How's it going, everyone? It's Alex with AC Flips. In today's video, I'm gonna do a bunch of live sourcing. I might mix it up with manual sourcing, reverse sourcing, but I am just going to sit and record and talk through all of the things that I'm looking at, why I maybe am making certain decisions versus others. And hopefully you guys just get a ton of value out of watching me source like I would be sourcing, every day of the week. So hopefully this is a high value video for you guys, but I'm just gonna try to get a good 20 minutes in of sourcing so you guys can see the exact process that I go through in my head to make a decision on whether or not I'm buying this product. As always, if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button down below and let's jump right into the video. Let's jump right in. I will be starting with Walgreens. They have a 20% off site-wide sale, so I thought I'd start here. Just look at a couple of products through here and then maybe do some reverse sourcing through Amazon. I guess we'll see what we find. So extra 20% off, don't really know where to start. So I'm going to start randomly. Let's see here. So we have buy two, get the third free, which is basically like a 30% off deal if you're buying, in bulk. And then we can add the 20% off on top of that. So maybe that's a good place to start. We can see that, yeah, buy two, get three free. Some of these have different, coupons attached, which is really nice. That's really going to bring our cost down quite a bit. So I'm just going to open a couple of these in a separate tab so I can keep this main screen open, right? That's the goal, is to keep that main screen open. All right, so let's open up some of these products here. So we use our SellerAmp Chrome extension. Auto paste is the title of this into Amazon, and then we can hopefully find a direct match. We can see that this product here looks the same, even with all these discounts. Looks like it's going to be hard to find because Amazon is on all of these listings. Let's keep that in mind. L'Oreal, if they're on a bunch of them, maybe we'll skip over that brand for now, just because why look at a bunch of products where Amazon is going to be dominating the buy box. And usually on these like cheaper makeup products, I've noticed the buy cost is like really hard to achieve. Like obviously negative 15 cents, like that's going to be tough to find. And then the ones that might fit our criteria, pretty crappy ranks. So looks like we'll be, let's take a look at this one, right? This one's the 4 ounce. Okay, doesn't have a buy box, which doesn't tell us the cost, but it doesn't hurt to look into it because there are so few sellers on the listing. All right, so we can see, let's see what the price is listed at. So it's a pretty cheap one, right? It's looking at $9.90. One nice thing about this is that it is small and light, so we make sure to toggle that on. For me, I have my prep cost built into my cost, so this is going to be a little bit lower for me than it might be for someone else. What can we get here? So I have my calculator next to me. We have $7.79 times 0.66 to get that 33% off from the buy two, get a third free. We have this $5 off too. So if we're ordering 12, right, the max 12, we're going to get buy two, get three free 4 different times, which is really nice. And then the $5 off two spread over 12 items gives us a little bit less than 50 cents off of each item there. So we could calculate that in if we really wanted to. Right now with just the buy two, get a third free, we're looking at $5.14. We'll multiply that by 0.8 to get our extra 20% off. Now we're sitting at $4.11. Doesn't look like we'll be able to get that any lower here. For me, maybe without my prep cost, it's looking more like $3, and then I add tax in here, but still not quite close enough. So we will move on to the next product. The goal here is to get through, as many products as we can, making sure that we're skipping over the bad products as quickly as possible, not spending a bunch of time on something that, we know we can't sell. So back to the Walgreens page, we're going to look at some of these listings here. Maybelline, Revlon, L'Oreal, we saw this one was, Amazon was on that listing. So let's put a couple more, open in new tabs, and then we will see if we can't find it on Amazon. Some BB cream here. So we can see the buy two, get the third free. Let's open SellerAmp, paste that Maybelline Expert Wear Twin Brown Eye Pencil in there. We're looking for, I guess there's a bunch of different colors, so we can keep that in mind. This one is the blonde, and it's a 2-pack just like this listing, and the rank isn't horrible. There's no buy box, but we need to look into the listing to see, if we can find it profitable. Not a ton of sellers on the listing, And we should be able to get this $4 down below, $3 hopefully. So if the buy box or the price we can sell this at is close to $10, which doesn't look like it is quite, could be something we want to look into. So, all right, so it looks like we'd only be able to sell this for a little over $6. Let's double check that we can do small and light here. Again, we still can't even get a positive price on this, so gonna be tough with that one. Any other of these variations look decent. This one has a $14.99 buy cost, which is a little bit better. This one also has $15.65, so that looks like these all look like similar products. They maybe just have a different picture available, and they're all obviously a different color. So maybe that's something to think about. The blonde color, the one we have selected, is a pack of 3, shows 2. Yeah, that sketches me out just a little bit. This one is a 2-pack as well, and that one is velvet black. So maybe, does Maybelline have the velvet black? They do, okay. So maybe we can find this a little bit cheaper, especially since, we're selling this thing for $15.65. That's a little bit better. So we're hoping, with me, hoping to get $4.78. Not sure what they mean by pack of 3. 2 each pack of 3. Is it 3 of these all together you're getting for the $15, and then it's a 2 each in 2 in each pack? I think that's probably what they're referring to. So it's going to be 3 of these. We have to achieve a $4.78 buy cost with 3 of these. That is going to be really hard to achieve. Already it's over 4, which is 1 pack. We need 3 packs, so we are going to skip that one and move on to the next. Open Seller Amp, looking at the Revlon Color Stay Eyeliner. This looks like a similar match, but Amazon is on the listing. This also looks like a similar match. Let's see. We want to make sure, when you're looking at beauty products, you really want to make sure the size is the correct size. And then obviously, like the shade or the color you have, you make sure you have the right one. There's black brown, there's black violet. They all look similar, right? The packaging might look identical, but you just want to make sure you have the right color. So we have the Color Stay Eyeliner. This is just the black, but it's a pack of 4. So pack of 4 is going to be really hard to achieve. $7.60. We're already above that with 1 pack, so something to keep in mind here. The rank's pretty high here, but let's see. We have a pack of 5. Ooh, that is going to be hard to get cheap enough. And then even a pack of 2 is like $2. So this is going to be a product hard to achieve that price. So we will move on to the next one. Maybelline Baby Lips Lip Balm. All right, we have, looks like a match with the picture. The 0.15 ounces, that matches there. Pack of 1, which is a good sign. 20 people on the listing. Let's see if we can't find, make sure there's not like a Coral Crave. Okay, that's kind of the, yep, Coral Crave here too. That's like the flavor. So we just want to make sure all that stuff lines up. This is a variation listing, so maybe they would have had it if the picture here didn't have it, right? If this didn't match up, let's say this was like a different color, still worth looking into at this rank because like I said, obviously Walgreens only has the Coral Crave color or the flavor, but Amazon might, they might have showed you the Pink Punch variation in this preview here. And if you skipped over it, well, you wouldn't have known that, well, they do have the Coral Crave variation in the listing. You just have to double check that with Amazon. So it looks like this buy cost is very low. FBA sellers are selling for $6.70, which even with small and light, we are not going to achieve a very good price here. So we're going to skip that one. This one's $12. Again, similar, buy 2 get 3rd free. We're going to open Seller Amp and hopefully get a little bit higher buy costs, because these buy costs are so low. Even if Amazon's not on it, buy cost is so low. I mean, it's super hard to achieve. So maybe what we want to do is sort by most expensive in the buy 2 get a 3rd free, because everybody's looking at, the best sellers. Everyone's looking at the top ones that pop up when you click on the buy 2 get 3rd free section. So if we do a little bit more digging, look at places that other people aren't looking as quickly, right? Some people might burn out in the first page or 2 and they're seeing all these cheap products. Oh, there's almost 2,000 products. Well, let's look at not just the top sellers, let's look from price high to low and maybe others aren't doing the same, and we're able to find some that, with the discount, right, with a 20% off of $50, that's a $10 off. So 20% off of $10, that's only $2 off. So we want to see if we can't get one of these more expensive products a lot cheaper. Let's look at these last two products that I pinned here, and then we will also sort, and then we'll go and sort by the most expensive ones. So it looks like a similar product here. Amazon's on it. L'Oreal, that seems to be a common theme there. And I would expect Amazon to be on this one as well. Yep, looks like it. Super cheap, hard to achieve. This is a 2-pack here. Looks like tinted moisturizer. Is this the same one? Cream, anti-redness. Looks to be very similar. If it's 1 ounce each, yep, and then it's a pack of 2. Okay, well, let's just double check that, the buy box isn't super high for some reason, and we can get this profitably, but otherwise, max cost $14.30. Okay, now we're talking. So Amazon was on this listing. Obviously, the rank was really good when Amazon was on this. #1 in BB facial creams. But FBA sellers were getting, selling up at $30. There's no buy box anymore because obviously it's a lot higher than what Amazon was selling this 2-pack for. But not a ton of sellers on the listing. And it's been off for a month now, so that's a pretty good distance between, you being skeptical about Amazon jumping back on and then realizing, they haven't been on in a month. Will they get on in the next 2 weeks? Chances are fairly low, but that's kind of the risk tolerance you need to develop and understand before making a purchase like this. So $28 is what it looks like we can list it at. That puts the max cost for me, with no sales tax in my calculation, but the prep fee at $14.30. So we're looking at $13.49. This is the 2-pack, remember? So we're just going to calculate for the price of 1, and then I will just multiply by 2. So we have $13.49 times 0.66, because that's the 33% off that the math works out to when you do buy 2, get the third free. So already I'm at $8.90. We'll multiply that by 0.8 to get us down to $7.12 with the 20% off. I do have the $5 off too, which, let's see, $5 off of the 12 that I'll probably get is 41 extra cents. So we'll do the $7.12 minus your 42 cents when you round up. So we're getting this for $6.70 multiplied by 2, $13.40. What do you know? That is in our criteria here. So on this product, we will make $4.84, 36% ROI. Again, Amazon was on this listing not too long ago, but people are buying and selling this profitably at the $28 range. What we can do to just get a little more confidence in our decision here is go to the data offers tab, and we can kind of see what is the stock of some of these other FBA sellers. We see a lot of FBM sellers. Let's do one thing quick. Let's just look, what are the FBM sellers listed at? Okay, so the FBM sellers are listed a little bit lower, $26.60. But again, shipping is a little bit cheaper. You're not paying that Amazon fee. So hopefully, we have the $28 FBA sellers are being able to sell at. So now let's look at the data. Let's look at some of these FBA sellers and see what kind of sales they might have, how many they have in stock, and maybe get a better sense of, how much we think we can sell here. Or, out of these total sales, who's getting those sales? Is it the FBM sellers? Is it the FBA sellers? Looks like this guy at the $26.60 price is selling a good amount, 18 of them estimated. Obviously, this is all an estimation. Kiva doesn't know all of the sales data. Amazon probably is the only one who knows that. But you can see that the stock counts are jumping up and down according to Kiva. Other people have their stock counts, going in a downward direction, which is a good sign that this thing is selling with Amazon not on the listing. So what you can do is, purchase a test buy of these. You can see 71K rank. It's estimating 150 sales. There's not a variation listing. So what we can do is look at how many competitively priced sellers are on the listing, right? If we're competing with FBA sellers, we want to look at the lowest priced FBA sellers. If there's no buy box price, you want to list it at the lowest price for FBA because you have that prime advantage over FBM sellers. But if you're listed higher than someone else who has prime equally, they're going to buy the cheapest price. If it's, no advantage that the buy box is giving you, there's no buy box. So there's really no advantage besides being the cheapest price and offering prime. Well, if every FBA seller offers prime, prime shipping, then the cheapest price is going to win out the sale. So $28 is really the only ones that are going to sell. So there's really two people competitively priced. We also have to take in consideration that total sales per month price. How many FBM sellers are competitively priced at, their pay scale where they're going to sell this product? Looks like 1, 2, maybe 3 sellers are competitively priced there, and then 2 FBA sellers. So we can divide that 170, that 151 by 5 sellers. We'd be a 6 seller, so we can maybe divide 150 divided by 6. This gives you a rough estimate of how many times we think we can sell this specific product per month if that price stays at $28 and we're staying competitive here. But it does look like we could sell about 25 of these per month. So if we type in 25 as our quantity, we're seeing that we can see the breakdown. We're going to spend $335 on 25 of them. We're going to sell $700 worth of these, and our profit is a little over $100 for one product in an entire month. That's not a bad number. If we want to underestimate a little bit, we're still going to be close to $100 profit with one item. We stack 10 products like this a month, $1,000 profit right to your business. So these are the extra steps we want to take to understand, okay, if we are to buy this product, what kind of stock should we be putting onto this product? How many do we think we can sell per month based on some of the other sellers on the listing? Now, if the buy box were to come back on this listing up towards the $28 range, obviously you're going to want to list it at the buy box price. And then a couple different factors play into who's getting the sales there. But if the buy box does come back, we might see a little bit of a dip in the sales rank, and this might sell a little bit more times per month just because it's on the map a little bit more. People are able to buy this easier, right? They're not having to click through a bunch of buttons to add this to their cart. It's just the add to cart or buy now button, which would increase the sales a little bit. But looks like we found our first good product. So let's look at that method that we wanted to do here and sorting by the high to low price, and then seeing if that buy two get the third free gives us a little bit of a boost onto what we're buying here. So I'm going to open just a couple of these products here ahead of time, and then we're going to see if we can't find something that's super profitable. A lot of this Pixie brand, not a ton of high prices here, right? Like we had a couple in the 60s and then just fell off to the mid to low 20s, which, that's not a huge, we're still not getting a ton of dollars off with this buy two, get third free, but we're just going to look at a couple of these products and see if we can't find anything profitable. So the most expensive one, $63.99. It is a gel starter kit. Sally Hansen. Looks like this is a starter kit, but it might be a little bit different of a product. We're looking for something like this, but Amazon's on it. I don't know why it's $63. It's really expensive. Maybe that gels more with this. No, because this is a manicure starter kit. This has a bunch of other things involved, so I don't think we're going to find this product. We'll move on to the next one. All right, so let's look Pixie brand here. We're looking for priming oil, vitamin C. This looks similar. We want to make sure we have the same product. Looks like a different bottle, but that might be one of the products we find later on. So let's just keep looking a little bit further down the line here. It's that tall, skinny bottle. It doesn't look like we're going to find that here, so we will not waste too much time and move on to the next one. All right, so this is a peel and polish. Still only $24, but you take 33% off of that. Not a horrible cost here. One thing I'm looking at here, there's only one person on the listing. My guess is it is Pixie's brand itself, which means you're not able to list it on this product here. Also, it's $24. Getting that max cost down to $11.44 is going to be tough. This is the same product. Obviously, the rank's higher, but it's probably just another duplicate listing. So FBA and FBM sellers can actually sell on this listing. Again, the $11.60 is going to be tough to get, so we will move on to the next, and the rank isn't very good anyway, so why sell something that's only going to sell a couple times a month? One of these Beauty 5 patches, we can see here, looks similar, no buy box, but 10 people on the listing, which is a good sign that it's an OA product and the brand is not on the listing. The brand was on the listing, we would hopefully expect a buy box. I would think that, they would dominate the buy box themselves, but we will just see what other people are selling at. So there was a buy box at one point, $23.49, but right now FBA sellers are sitting at $37. FBM sellers closer to $30, which are people getting the sale at $37? If you can buy it for, $30, that's basically the cost of, that prime shipping there. That's $7 drop off is a pretty big one. So we might want to list this at the $30 range. Let's look at the data and see, what other people are listing it at and seeing who's actually getting the sales on something like this. Is it more FBM sellers or is it FBA sellers? So there's a lot in stock from these sellers. A good amount of sold in total, but only 27 in the last 30 days. Obviously, this is an estimate, nothing specific to look at here. We can see the stock counts are pretty high with these FBM sellers, which is interesting. The couple FBA sellers on the listing, not a ton in stock here and haven't sold a ton, at least not by this data here. Let's see how many FBA sellers are even on this listing. Only 3. Not 100% sure, like I said, if these guys are getting sales, if you can buy it for $7 cheaper. And this person has it listed at $25.50, but they charge, $5 in shipping. So, they might be getting the sales. This person's got a ton in stock at $31. So, are people willing to pay an extra $7 just to get prime shipping, 2-day shipping? Because a lot of FBM sellers can still, get the product out same day or next day and, deliver on a 2 or 3-day shipping. So let's keep our price at the $30.49 just in case. I know the FBA sellers are listed higher, but before we can see there's less of a gap here, 31 to 33, 34. So, this extra gap might not make sense to the consumer. So we just want to make sure that, if we're going to buy this product, we're not sitting at 37 and then it doesn't sell, right? And only the people listed at $30.50 are actually getting the sales. So for our profit calculation, we're going to stick with the $30.49. Let's go back here, do some calculations. What's that max price? $15.71 might be tough to get, but we'll see. 24 times 0.66 to get our 33% off. Okay, that puts us at $15.84. All right, so that was a pretty good discount there. And then we are going to multiply that by 0.8 because we still got the 20% off site-wide, and this puts us at $12.67. Wow, that is a pretty good number there. Make sure I did my math correctly. Yes, okay. All right, so we're looking at $12.67. We're making a whopping $7.37 profit, 58% ROI. Another really good product. I am finding some great leads here. Hopefully I am able to post this before that 20% goes away, so some people might be able to buy these leads. The 29 sales per month seems a little low if the rank is 86,000. We can see that the rank is pretty consistently sitting around like 120,000. So what we can do is actually go to junglescout.com/estimator. And this tool will help us get a little bit better estimate of the actual sales rank, because sometimes SellerAmp doesn't quite give you the full picture. 29 sales per month, they could be pulling data when the sales rank was over 200K. But really, if you look at kind of the average over the last, I'd say, 60 days, we can draw a line straight through basically right here, which is probably 120K, 125,000. So we'll just look at that number and see if that 29 turns into something a little bit higher. So we have the beauty and personal care, just double check. Yep, beauty and personal care, 120,000. Do I have an extra zero in here? I do, okay. And then we look at the estimated sales, and it's actually 60, maybe even a little bit higher. I always, like to think that Jungle Scout and SellerAmp are a little bit low on the estimate scale. So this could be close to, that 60 could be close to 100. I like to round up basically to the closest 50, just to be safe, unless it's like, a really bad rank and you don't think it's going to sell more than 20 to 40 times a month. Doesn't make sense to round up there. But if we round it up to 100 here, and we know that there are how many competitive sellers? We got 1, 2, and then let's just say the 3 FBA sellers. So we're competing against 5 sellers, we'd be a 6th. And there's maybe 70 to 100 sales per month on this listing. We can assume that we're going to get anywhere from 10 to 20 sales per month. So if we plug that in, let's just say 10 on the low end. We can see that we're going to profit again $75 on this one listing. So the 2 listings we found, we're profiting anywhere up to $200 in 1 month from 2 products. So you can see kind of the scalability here. If we just keep finding these products, all these discounts that are available to us, keep using them, buying, you know, the right amount of product that we think is going to sell. For me, I like to buy, you know, enough stock for a month's worth of inventory, something that I think could sell out in a month, maybe a little bit less if I'm more skeptical on the chart, and not sure if it's gonna, you know, the price could drop a little bit if other people are able to access this sale. You know, some people on this one, some people on the Walgreens site might not, you know, think to pair the 20% off with the buy two, get the third free. So just something to think about here. But again, this is starting to be a decent amount of profit here, and it's only been, you know, 15 to 20 minutes. First couple products I'm looking at here, I'm able to find. I'm gonna go through one or two more products and then I will end this live sourcing session, but already we're doing pretty well finding some good products here. So let's open the CellarAmp extension here. Long lasting mani kit, SE brand. This looks to be the one we're looking at here. It's nail polish 2-pack, kind of this kit. Amazon's got it real low, so that's going to be tough. If we were to buy the kit and break it up, I don't see this, you know, top coat, but the nail color itself, again, really cheap, hard to find, super cheap here. So don't think this product is going to be good here. We already did that one. Let's maybe find one more product that looks decent. This one looks okay. And then, well, that's that same brand. Let's see, CoverGirl and Olay. Sure, let's try one of these. This is some foundation, liquid foundation. Okay, so we'll look at these two products and then we will wrap this video up. So we can see we're looking at 1 ounce. Here is, doesn't say the ounces here, but it looks to be a very, the same product. That max cost is really tough to beat here. Wow, this must be maybe a little bit smaller of a product. Hopefully we can find something a little bit bigger, because at $8 and this is selling for $19, there's no way we're gonna get that cost low enough, so we will just move on to the next one. Last product here, Simply Ages 3-in-1. It's CoverGirl and Olay. Looks like a match here, but Amazon, of course, on that listing. Undercut 2, so $14 can be hard to beat. This one looks to be similar. Maybe it's a duplicate listing, but Amazon is also on that one. Same thing here. We do have a bunch of different colors, so, you know, something to look into, but looks like Amazon's on these. So that is all for this video. We did find a couple good products, so glad to see. All right, so gladly I was able to get through a lot of products for you guys to see kind of how I break down my analysis, looking at the Kiva charts, looking at the CellarAmp data, really digging through websites to find these products profitable. It was nice that we did find a couple products, but this analysis and getting through as many products as possible is what it's going to take to be able to find profitable products consistently. If you guys found this video helpful, subscribe to the channel and I will see you in the next video.